Hola bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel, and this is my angel Charles. Welcome to episode 2 of season 12. And you know what, guys? I'm deciding to patch or batch the seasons together in terms of 12 seasons in one cycle. Otherwise, it's going to go wild. I can't go like season 13, 14, 15. Yeah, let's do like that. So this is the last season of this cycle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I told you in last episode that I wanted to switch things up a little bit. And I had this inspiration, this insight that I want to make a banner, a logo, an intro and outro for Mel's Magic Official. And I need your help. So I checked with some graphic companies, and there's one I really like on Instagram, and they have a YouTuber package for $85. So I'm enlisting you guys to sponsor the branding of Mel's Magic Official. They do super cool logos for $85. And in return, you're going to receive a tarot reading, a whole Celtic cross from moi. Or if you prefer, a coaching session by moi. And if you're not sure what my coaching sessions are about, I listed some things I can help you with in the description box below. But I want to also mention a specific example with a coaching client I had yesterday. And she came to me because she wasn't sure how to make space for certain emotions in herself. And she needed somebody to help her ground those emotions, to witness them, and to hold them, to make space for them. So basically, I came in and I acted as a safe container for her to really non-judgmentally hold those emotions and not judge them. And this is so important because, you know, this inner work that goes unperceived, imperceived, actually is huge in terms of how it impacts the outer world. Okay, just one moment before I go on and tell you about this specific example. I want to loop it back to my initial argument that I'm branding Mel's Magic Official. So if you want to help me, if you want to support me, you can donate the $85 into my PayPal link, and you will be officially the sponsor of my branding. And then email me and say, hey Mel, I want the Celtic Cross Tarot reading with you, or I want the coaching session, okay? Give and receive. Isn't that an awesome deal? Vamos, I need your support and I need your help. Okay, that was that. So let's go back to the coaching session. You know, we think with everything that's going on in the world, there's this poly crisis going on. I mean, I don't even turn on the news, but I still get filtered information, obviously, and the big things that don't escape us, even me, like being the hermit. And the danger in that is that we feel overwhelmed. There's only so much one human being can deal with in terms of information, in terms of our nervous system. And one of the trademarks of the old paradigm is a traumatized nervous system. The old paradigm, the old powers that were, thrive on us being in a dysregulated nervous system, meaning fight, flight, or freeze. And if we're stuck in these survival modes, we cannot access our higher operating system. We cannot access our creative power. Because in order to access that creative power, we need to actually essentially feel safe. So, what I mean when we do this internal work, such as allowing space for those emotions, those feelings, those aspects in us that we'd rather not have there, that we have rejected or that we feel somehow shouldn't be there, once we make space for them, we create more space in the outer world. We're less judgmental in the outer world because whatever we judge inside of us, we will judge outside as well. Because remember, as within, so without. The outer world is a reflection of what is going on inside of us. That's why it's so useful to use what is happening outside as a reflection to help us decide, do I want to keep on creating that or not? We always have a choice. But instead of feeling overwhelmed by what's happening outside of us, let's look within. Just like my coaching client yesterday, she said, Magic Mel, I don't know what to do with these emotions. I feel they're too much, that I'm being too much, that I'm being too needy, that it's just not supposed to be there, that it's inadequate. I said, whoa, let's create some space. Because every feeling, every emotion is valid, however inconvenient, however discomforting it is to witness that. If we make space and allow for non-judgmental observation of these emotions, we're basically witnessing ourselves. We are creating more compassion for ourselves. We are integrating aspects of us that need to be seen primarily by us. Sometimes we go and expect a person outside of us, a relationship outside of us, to provide the witnessing or the hug or the love that we ourselves are not able to give for ourselves first. That was a big lesson I had to learn on the twin flame journey. This big abandonment wound I carried. I kept on expecting somebody else to fill that void within me that I had to fill myself. So if you're struggling to witness your emotions without feeling overwhelmed, I can help you with that. I'm Magic Mel, your joy coach. I can be there with you. I can help you ground yourself while we witness those emotions and release them. Or if it's an aspect of you, your inner child perhaps, that is just calling out for you to see it, I can help you, I can guide you, I can help you create that space and integrate that inner child. Remember, our inner child doesn't go anywhere. No matter what age you're at right now, your 2-year-old, 3-year-old, like all the past versions of you are alive in you. And when we talk about shadow integration, we talk about integrating and making space for all of the different aspects of us, the good, bad, and the ugly. Because we go beyond judgment. That is actually the work, to go beyond judgment, beyond the duality or the separation of good and evil, yin yang. We have to move up in this ascension process. Is basically going an octave higher in terms of frequency, in terms of consciousness, that everything has its space. Everything is allowed to be there, especially the dark aspects of us, the ones that we'd rather not deal with. Hope I'm communicating this in a clear way. We can't carpet sweep things anymore. Whatever is not seen by us or has been rejected by us internally in our own psychological, in our own soul landscape, in our own ecosystem, will resurface. And you might say, oh my God, Magic Mel, I'm so done with dealing with my abandonment wound. I'm so done with dealing with my rejection wound. It keeps on coming back, it keeps on cycling back. And I'll say, yeah, I understand. I'm with you. It's annoying. It happened to me too. How many times did this wound come back, circle back, because everything is cyclic, for me to look at it again and respond differently? That's how it works. We're not like, okay, healing. One thing, one issue, say the abandonment wound, we don't just deal with it once. The universe will keep on dishing up the same opportunity, maybe in a different disguise, slightly different circumstances, to see if we've really integrated, if we've really healed. And healing is that, integrating that back into wholeness, not rejecting it. Not rejecting that part of us that wants to be seen, that's yearning to be loved. And to love means to behold, to hold in our gaze, in our compassionate gaze, to allow it to be there without judgment. So if that's something that you're struggling with, if you feel there's some aspect in you, some emotions, some feelings that are uncomfortable for you to witness on your own, I can help you hold space. Because maybe your tendency has been or is to just say, okay, whatever, it it doesn't matter, or I can look the other way. No, it's going to come back and it's going to affect you and your relationships, because your relationships are a reflection of your primary relationship, which is you with yourself. And once you connect and integrate these rejected aspects of you and connect with your authentic self, meaning with your true feelings, what you really feel, what you really need, then you can show up differently for other people. Once you are nourished by that primary connection, you can have the courage to show your authentic self to other people and give other people the opportunity to connect with you truly from the sense of authenticity, from the sense of intimacy. What is intimacy anyway? It means to see into. So for us to be intimate with another, first we got to be intimate with ourselves. We got to be able to witness ourselves, our emotions, our feelings, our true emotions, our true feelings, without denying or putting on a mask or pretending they're not there. Intimacy with ourselves first, and then having the courage to show that true self to other people so that they can see who we truly are. That builds a real connection. Your primary connection with your authentic self will allow other people to connect with you authentically, intimately. And yeah, it takes courage. And we probably got used to wearing these masks, pretending to feel something else, pretending that we're not hurt, pretending the list goes on. So other people don't really see us clearly. Other people have a version of ourselves in their mind that is not even true, because we haven't showed them our true selves, because we're probably too scared to be rejected if we show them our true selves. But again, in this process of ascension, the shadows are coming up. This entire process of ascension, which means going back home, going back to unity consciousness, to oneness, realizing that we're all one, the shadows got to be integrated. And it's playing out massively in the collective. All of the stuff coming up, all of the shit coming up, so that we look at it, we can no longer look the other way. It's horrendously painful, but in the long run, it's for the better. So it's happening outside of us, so we can choose differently and act differently and become humankind. It's kind of ironic that it's called humankind, because are we really kind? And it's happening within us, guys. That's why, I also encourage you here, do what you feel capable of. And dealing with your own internal landscape is your primary responsibility before we go out there and try and save the world. Safeguard your nervous system. Make sure that you feel grounded, that you feel resourced, that you feel nourished. Because you are a fractal of the collective. Whenever you heal, whenever you integrate, whenever you raise your vibration, you feed that back into the collective. But if we keep on chasing our own tail and trying to fix the image that we're projecting, if we try and fix the outer and not deal with our inner, it's defeating the purpose. Ça sert à rien. Okay? So witnessing our emotions, making space for all of our aspects, especially the shadow aspects, is essential. Okay? So that's that. You can have a tarot reading from me or a coaching session where we can look at these things. If that is something that resonates with you, this is an awesome give and receive exchange deal we're doing here. You are supporting Mel's Magic Official by helping me finance the branding, and I can help you in your own process. I mean, that's the beauty of gift exchange, no? So if you're interested, donate to my channel, guys. This is a shout out, a call for action, because I'm ready to upgrade Mel's Magic Official. I want to make this channel funky for you and for me, of course. Okay, that's that. And I think I'll leave it at that, short and sweet, and I'll pull a card, a thematic card from the sacred power deck in the next episode 3. But this episode is specifically for my branding shout out and to give you this example of a coaching session where I can help you transmute, witness, integrate shadow aspects of you. Okay? So stay tuned. Charles and I are super hyped up because we got something to work on. Remember, in a plateau, we got to keep on plowing through and waiting to receive that inspiration. Okay? See you for next episode. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate every one of you. You know that. And I'm excited to pull a card for you in the next episode. Vamos. Ciao.